I wasn't supposed to hear it, but sometimes fate doesn't ask permission. It was a Sunday morning when my son's voice bled through the cracked door of my den. I'd left my coffee to cool while sorting through Ellen's old photo albums, her smile frozen in every picture like sunlight I could still touch. "He won't even notice it's gone," Daniel whispered, his voice sharp with urgency. "We'll list it online tonight. That old car's just sitting there collecting dust." My chest tightened. He was talking about her car, the cherry red 1967 Mustang Ellen and I had spent 3 summers restoring. The car we drove up the Rockies every anniversary until she passed. His wife's voice chimed in casual, dismissive. "Exactly. We'll get at least 30 grand. That's a down payment on our new place. By the time he realizes, we'll tell him it was stolen." Stolen. The word stung worse than betrayal. I sat frozen, the photo album trembling in my hands. That car wasn't just metal and paint. It was grease on my knuckles, Ellen's laughter echoing in the garage, and the one place I still felt her presence. And now my son, my own flesh and blood, planned to erase it for a quick buck. I didn't confront them. Not yet. But in that moment I swore, if they thought I was too old, too weak, too sentimental to fight back, they were about to learn just how wrong they were. This was only the beginning. That night, I walked into the garage alone. The Mustang gleamed under the weak bulb, its polished chrome catching faint reflections of Ellen's smile in my mind. I remember the first day we bought it, rusted and broken, sitting like a forgotten relic in a stranger's yard. Everyone said it was a waste of money, but Ellen had squeezed my hand and whispered, "We'll bring it back to life together." We sanded metal until our fingers blistered, painted panels in the summer heat, argued over seat fabric until we found the perfect leather that made her eyes light up. Every dent we fixed, every screw we tightened, was a promise. Our love would endure. And it had, until death left me alone in the driver's seat. Now my son wanted to sell her laughter, her touch, her memory, all for a down payment. I gripped the steering wheel, the leather still faintly warm in the night air. And for the first time since Ellen's funeral, I didn't feel grief. I felt fury. I couldn't stop them from listing it, but I could make sure the story didn't end their way. The next morning, I slipped into my study and pulled out an old binder Ellen used for budgets. Inside were bank records, tucked away savings, a secret I'd guarded even from Daniel. Enough to strike back. By Monday afternoon, I'd found the listing online. There it was, my Mustang, photographed in my own driveway. The caption made me laugh bitterly. "Classic car, excellent condition. Seller motivated." Seller motivated? No, thief motivated. I called the number on the ad using a prepaid phone I bought that morning. A young man answered, eager and unsuspecting. We arranged to meet. When I arrived, cash in hand, his smile faltered. "Wait, aren't you?" "Yes." I cut him off. "The real owner." I handed him the envelope. His eyes widened at the crisp bills. No questions asked. He transferred the title back to me without a word. I drove the Mustang away, the engine roaring like Ellen's laughter resurrected. But I wasn't done. That night, I met with my lawyer. Together, we transferred the car's title into a trust under my granddaughter's name. Daniel couldn't touch it now, not legally, not ever. The stage was set. I let Daniel stew for 3 days. He came by, his smile too wide, his hands twitching. "Dad, about the car, there was a break-in. I was going to tell you, but..." I watched him lie, every word a shovel digging his own grave. "Oh," I asked softly, feigning confusion. "Strange. The locks on the garage didn't look broken." He stammered, his wife glaring daggers at him from across the room. I excused myself before my laughter betrayed me. Back in my study, I drafted the letter. Not angry, not cruel, just final. "Dear Daniel, I know everything. The car is safe, and it will never be yours. You tried to sell my memories, but all you've done is sell my trust. From this day on, you'll inherit nothing but the knowledge that you lost your father long before death could take him. Dad." Friday evening, I left the letter taped to the garage door. The Mustang was gone, tucked safely in storage. I waited in my den, the same room where I'd overheard the betrayal, my phone recording the garage feed through a hidden camera. At 7:12 p.m., headlights flashed across the driveway. Voices drifted through the air. He'll never know. We'll just say it was stolen, insurance will cover. Their words cut off when Daniel's key scraped uselessly at the lock. Confusion, frustration, rising panic. Then, silence as they spotted the envelope. I leaned closer to the screen, watching my son's face pale as he read my words. His wife snatched the letter, her voice sharp, trembling. He outsmarted us. He outsmarted you. Daniel crumpled into a chair, head in his hands, while she paced, spitting blame. Two vultures turning on each other, trapped by their own greed. I closed the camera app. I'd seen enough. That night, I drove the Mustang down the empty highway, Ellen's photo riding shotgun. The wind roared through open windows, carrying the weight of freedom. For the first time in years, I laughed. Not the hollow laugh of a broken man, but the laugh of someone who had reclaimed his dignity. They thought I was a burden, but I was their greatest lesson. When you sell love for profit, you don't just lose money, you lose everything.